Hi everyone, it's Stace here from Stace Stitches. I'm back with another little update. It's a very overdue update. Yeah, we'll get onto that. But welcome or welcome back. Thank you for clicking play. I have 7 projects to show you. So there's a few. I don't know if my voice went really funny then. It's a few projects. So first off, I will be honest, I've not done as much stitching as normal. I've had a few things happen in my real life, my not stitchy life, which has prevented me from stitching. But I digress. I'll just show you the project. That's what you're here for. You don't need to hear about my woe is me's. So we have, and I hope this is an okay light because it's like been 30 degrees here today and it's hot, so I've waited till the evening. So this is Mini Northern Lights by Artisy. I am stitching this one on a piece of 32 count 1/1 10 stitch, and since the last time you've seen it I've added 2,557 stitches, bringing it to 45.45%. I think this could actually be quite good lighting in here, you know. So that is coming along. I am stitching this one extreme cross country, so I'm picking a symbol in this page and following it wherever it goes, because this is eight pages of pattern. This currently has 12,091 stitches put into it, with only 14,509 to go. I do really like the Artisy minis, so much so that when they had their sale recently, I treated myself. What day are we on today? We are on, it's the 27th of May today. Yesterday was my birthday. So I was like, oh, I'm going to treat myself. Why not? Next up, we have, this is Sunflower Inn. Ooh, that's a really tiny picture. What have I done here? There we go. Sunflower Inn, charted by Artisy. It's artwork by Thomas Wood. Now I am down in the bottom of this one. I started in the bottom and I'm going to work my way up because I didn't want to be stuck in sky for ages. And since you last saw this one, I have added 948 stitches, bringing me to 9.3%. And this here is the end of the third page. I've only got a page and a half to go, and I have done the bottom row. This is stitched on a piece of 20 count 1/1 full cross with CXC, and it's looking lovely. This lighting is great. It is looking fantastic. Coming along, yeah, 9.3%, 7,341 stitches in that. I kind of want to make sure it gets to 10% as soon as I can, really. I need to stop setting goals because I set myself some massive goals and I'm not going to reach them, but that is coming up. I felt like I wasn't working on enough of my projects, so I changed some things, brought back the wheel. Next we have Mini Colouring Book Afternoon, artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm stitching this on a piece of 25 count 1/1 full cross, and I've added 1,018 stitches, bringing me to 4.4%. It's coming in. I would love to get some big like Q-snaps to work cross country, but I don't have a stand. I hold my hoop with my hand, so I feel like big Q-snaps would not work very well. So that's how far I've got for that one. 3,045 total at the minute. It is quite a small piece. Oh. So there's that one. I am going to do up bags because I have a cat on my bed. We are in my bedroom today filming, and I have a cat on my bed who I would I rather didn't get in the bags because he has got into one of my bags, one of my projects. He got into the bag of my, well, I don't think I'd put the bag away, and he got into my hay cell, and it's now in like 4 pieces. He's looking at me so innocently while sitting on more fabric. Phew. I'm Christmas tree. I'm going off in all sorts of directions and tangents. I do apologise. Next, I had not worked on this for a while. This is Mini Autumn. Artwork by Alexandra V. Buck. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is my oldest full coverage. My oldest one. And I added 1,000. Well, I can tell you it started on the 5th of June 2024. So it's nearly 2 years old. Need to put more in it. I added 1,067 stitches. This is on a piece of 20 count, 1/1 full cross. And there we are. I am now at 32.95%, but I will be cropping this piece. I will be. I will probably only do sort of down to about here on the pattern and then crop it off. Let me show you. So I want the woman to be the focal. And I feel like by doing this, she is. That's a whole lot of grey that I don't really want to stitch. I don't think it brings anything to the piece. So I'm going to sort of take it up to here. So that's where I'm going to stop that one. So that percentage is not correct, but I have not marked anything off. I will just stop when I feel like stopping. So that's how far I am with this one. 24,760 stitches in this so far. Bring it in, it blows out. Got a lot of ecru to do in this page. Again, which I'm thrilled about, as you can tell. Next, I said there wasn't much progress, but it does feel like I've done fair amount, although I've not. When I finished my Australia piece, I did have a while where I just felt lost. Somebody else get that, but they just feel a bit lost. They finish a project and they're like, nothing else is doing the same now because I was so close to finishing it. Next we have Hidden Harbour, artwork by Andy Russell. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is not a mini, this is a full size because it's only 135,000 stitches only. But I didn't feel like I had to do the mini, it was doable. There's not that much to see. I am up in the top in that sky, hence why there's so many I didn't want to start on sky, and since you last saw it I've added 712 stitches. This is 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and it's just sky, 2.3%. This again for a full size. Hey, I don't feel like it's a massive piece of fabric. I have like counted over about 9 times. It's gonna fit, but I just feel like a mini hay shouldn't fit. On fabric this size. Let me fold that back up. I'll fold it right up because there's really not that much to see. So there's that one. Right. Now we get over to the main one, two. So I had my Formula 1 game. I had grand ideas, I had grand plans, until life took over, I fell a bit behind, and then Mercedes' second driver that I assigned 4,000 points to, stitches per win, yeah, he's won 4 times now. If I was to just do the 16,000 stitches for what I owe for him without including the pole, and I'd completely forgot to include the sprint race, I wouldn't stitch on anything else. I really wouldn't. So I had sort of a pivot of my sort of plan. I'm still going to do it, still same projects haven't changed, but it will be 500 stitches I do to that project for a win, 500 if they win the sprint, and 500 if they get pole position. Just means if a different team gets pole to the win, I get 2 projects to stitch on. It's great, it works better. Every game when you start with is touch and go. You start a game, it might not work. I had big plans. I'd underestimated the amount of work it was going to take. So there we are. So far, we've had 1 sprint race, won by McLaren. Everything else has been Mercedes. So, McLaren was assigned Mini Sunflower Cottage. Is it Donna Gelsinger? It is. Shouted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Thank you very much, Lando, for bringing home that sprint race and giving me some variety. What a champ. Not that I was excited to get this out and do that, but I'd done my stitches by the time the main race had happened the next day. So this is on 20 count, 1/1 full cross, and I added 569, so I went over. I am going to start this page. I've started this page. This is white. I don't like stitching white on white. There's white here too. I'm going to wait until all around is done and just do all that white at once. So in my mind, that page is done. It's not, but it is. So yeah, this is 20 count. 1/1 full cross. That's as far as I am with that one. Now, McLaren. No. Mercedes. I've been a Mercedes fan for years. I have a Mercedes Lego. I love it. But they are doing great things if you don't have to stitch every other week on their piece. So the piece I assigned to Mercedes, I'm loving watching the season. There's been so much happening. It's great. I think everybody who's ever done a stitching game will know what I mean by they sort of put the values too high. This is Mini Witchwood Express. Artwork by Lisa Parker, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Now, for all the sprint races, the poles, the wins, 6,000 stitches. Even when I lowered it to 500 each. For each 6,000 stitches. I'm nearly caught up. Got until next weekend. Since this sort of, I don't know how much I'd done when I showed my finish, but I know from markup from my stats on here how many I've done. So since I started the Formula 1 game, I've added 5,292 stitches. I owe 708 more. This is how far I have got. I have nearly finished this page. This is looking great. There's a whole lot of colours in there you don't expect to be in there. But I did hit some milestones with this one already. I know. So I've added the 5,292 since the Formula 1 game started. I have a total of 10,316 stitches in this now, so I hit the 10k stitches in. I've also hit 12.12%. I mean, it's coming along great. When I've done this page, I think the rest I've worked out will fit in my big hoop, and I will work all the way across. And then when I go up, I'm going to do 2 pages, and then 2 pages. I'm liking working more cross-country across 2 pages at the moment. But, yes. That is as far as I have got with that one. So that is where the majority of my stitches have gone. I mean, my numbers are not what they used to be by any means. But I have some issues. I have some health issues. My pain levels have been ridiculous. I've not been able to stitch. It's hurt too much. But that's now, hopefully, touch wood, under control. And yeah, hopefully I do. I think I was putting too much pressure on myself with the big numbers, wanting to get big numbers. And it took away my enjoyment because I was like, oh, I've got to do 12,000 stitches on this piece because I didn't think it through. And yeah, so moving forward, I'm going to continue with my 500, 500, 500. Perfect, done. Lovely for my Formula 1. Probably all go in this one. Hopefully, probably. And then what I've been doing the rest is I've been spinning a wheel. I have put a couple of projects in timeout, not because I don't ever want to do them, I just don't want to do them right now. I see a lot of sort of other floss tubers have got to that sort of thing, and it's things I've started and I'm like, I love it, I just don't want to stitch on it. So I put them away. They are still on the shelf, I can still get to them. If I want to stitch on them one day, I will, but they're not on my wheel. And that is about it. Other than that, I've read a lot of books. When I was unable to stitch because of pain, I was reading quite a lot of books. I think I'm up to like 56 or something this year. I've read a lot of books. I've got a lot of books in here. I haven't read them all, but I do have a lot of books in here. And yeah, I don't know if book talk is anything anybody would be interested in. I don't know if anybody reads the same kind of thing I do, but yeah, there's my update. A few of you have actually messaged me and asked if I'm okay because I haven't posted, and I've really appreciated everybody checking in. Yeah, I'll be back soon. We'll see, with another update, and we'll go from there. Thank you all for click and play. Happy stitching. Bye.